많이 해서 기억에 남는 게 굉장히 많긴 한데 그 중에서 뽑으라면은 제가 6월 1일 날 데뷔 이후 첫 결승전을 했을 때 그때가 가장 기억에 남아요. 우승을 딱 확정 짓고는 사실 눈물이 날 정도로 정말 기뻤거든요. 그때 당시에서 왜 울었는지 저도 지금은 생각이 잘 안 나는데 그때는 정말 기뻤던 것 같아요. 말로 표현할 수 없는 기쁨이었던 것 같아요. 시즌 파이널 3 때 준우승을 했었잖아요. 그때가 좀 많이 아쉬웠던 것 같아요. 결승전에서 좀 많이 좀 아쉬운 모습을 보여줘서 그때가 가장 후회되는 것 같아요. 동준이가 올라왔으면은 약간 복수가 될 수 있었는데 정윤철 선수가 올라와서 뭐 그냥 그래요. 제가 자유의 날개 때는 좀 잘 못했는데 분단의 심장부터 좀 잘하기 시작했거든요. 그래서 아마 1년 내내는 잘 못했던 것 같아요. 내년에는 1년 내내 꾸준한 성적을 내는 선수가 될 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 새해에는 하시는 일 꼭 잘 돼서 모든 일 잘 풀리시길 바랄게요. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. 게임을 할 때, 연습을 할 때 잠이 너무 올 때가 있어요. 그때 핫식스를 마셔주면 잠이 안 오고 연습에 집중이 잘 되더라고요. 스타2 리그 하면은 떠오르는 후원사가 핫식스밖에 없는 것 같아요. 그래서 핫식스한테 정말 스타크래프트 2라는 존재가 정말 감사해야 될 것 같고요. 앞으로도 e스포츠 발전을 위해서 많은 후원 바라겠습니다. 핫식스가 최고인 것 같아요.
That was a remix of Daft Punk that was playing, right?
Well, I think that Daft Punk remixed that one, right? I think that's maybe just a song that they...
So is that the same song? That's not the original one that they had in the new album, right?
No. I know that it's they took that song and did something to it.
Oh, so it was their remix of their own song?
I believe. Well, was it their own song?
Oh, I don't know
what I mean?
The sound. I don't know. Actually, it's a good question.
I was actually listening to that album too. Anyways,
it's a great album.
It is.
All right, so if you're just now joining us here, Rain is up 2-1 against Sulky. It was 2-0 after game number 2, but Sulky's starting to come back. Can he keep this rolling, or is Rain going to be that much closer to winning?
Yeah, that key's already taken.
Yeah, that key was like taken
like troll. He's cheating the chat. Don't watch that stream.
Watch out, chat. Watch out.
All right. HOT6.
HOT6. Artosis and I, we love having HOT6 together.
No, I mean,
of course. Here, there, everywhere.
Everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Put it in the microwave.
Yep.
Make it real hot.
Oh, yeah. So, map number 4 is going to be Whirlwind.
All right, Whirlwind.
I don't know if Rain can pull through the win here. This is an old map that everybody's included. Zerg's pretty strong on.
Yeah, but you know what? There are some things that work out for Protoss. Like, it's a little bit harder to go Swarm Host here, so you can... He can maybe take that into consideration. I think against most Zergs you could, but Sulky's like the king of moving Swarm Hosts around, so maybe not for this. So that, I mean, I guess for playing against Sulky, Whirlwind's going to be pretty damn hard. Whereas maybe a slightly lower level Zerg, you might be able to just be like, okay, I don't think they're going to Storm Host, and just ignore that unit and pretend it doesn't exist and play like a little bit more greedily in certain ways. But, we'll see.
And we're going to see very soon as game number 4 is ready here. Rain with 2 wins against Sulky, holding only 1. One of these 2 players will become the champion of the HOT6 Cup here at GOMTV. In the upper left, in the red, we have our Protoss legend. He is
SK Telecom T1 Rain.
thumbs up, Rain. What did the top word say?
I don't know. I didn't catch it.
Gal? I don't know.
Yeah, it was not. I don't think it was a language that I know.
You don't think so? Your vast amount of languages that you know, nice Artosis. In the bottom left, in the blue, he is Artosis, get back to me when you find out if that's in one of the many languages you know. Okay, please.
I'll let you know.
Or
I
just
gotta
comes
go
back
through
and
my
goes,
database.
yep, it's not a word in English.
Here comes that cannon rush, by the way.
Yep.
This was easy to predict earlier on for us. Was it easy to predict for Sulky as well, though? We'll see in a moment.
So this is the second cannon rush here from Rain. If it's effective, it's going to be really difficult for Sulky to actually survive. Now, it's all about, can he get that first pylon down? Where does he get? Oh,
okay,
God,
if he caught that out
see
of the corner of his eye, we should have more than one more drone coming down. Okay, well, here's 2 coming down, but that was a little bit quick.
Okay, he got 1 pylon down.
Okay, now with only 3 drones and a second probe on the way, there's a possibility of still pulling this off.
Second probe is actually going home.
Oh, he is going all the way home. Okay. I guess theoretically you maybe still can pull this off, but you have to do like one of those crazy cannon rushes. All right, he's pulled 5 drones down. I guess that's as good as it's going to get. You know, when you do get the pylon up and there's only like 2-3 drones down there, you actually can do like one of those cannon rushes. Sometimes you see someone like Huck just be like, you know what, screw you, I'm doing this, and like 9 cannons get warped in before one finishes, and you just keep canceling the one that's under attack.
Yeah.
And eventually you get them down, you're like, all right, the hatchery's gone sick. But Rain choosing not to play like that, he's actually just going to make the Nexus. Pretty good play by Sulky. I like Sulky's position maybe just a little bit more here.
Well, we got the gases coming down right now. They are both hugging the left side of the map, which means Zerg is going to be expanding down onto the right, continue to push forward there. So we should have a Protoss attack that will look similar to the last game, where the Protoss is probably going to try to push into the Zerg's main, wipe out the tech tree there, and from there you just get a win.
I think you're pretty right about that, Tasteless. Now, what type of style is Rain going to go for here? It's hard to say. I think he's going to go Phoenix into Colossus play. It's pretty strong here, like maybe one of the really greedy ones, like 2 sentries into a 3rd base while doing everything at once. I feel like that's the most common style here. Of course, this is a map you could go for like Sky Toss on. I doubt we'll see that. I can't remember
I don't
last
think we're
time I
going to see
saw
Sky Toss on here.
Rain isn't a Sky Toss user, so, or Air Toss is probably the better word for it because that's an anagram of Artosis.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like Sky Toss, but it
Did
sounds
you know
better than
Void Ray is an anagram of Tasteless?
Oh yeah, that makes sense for that V in there.
There's a Stargate.
Hits pretty well over here.
Yeah.
Although you can always predict Rain's probably going to go Stargate. He's a Stargate guy.
He's a Stargate guy, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, do you think there's any possibility he'll make a Void Ray? Or you think we're just going to go right into Phoenix?
I think we're going to go right into Phoenix.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think Void Rays is good on this map because you're so far. You can't quite abuse him the same way. You can try to get your 3rd up, but I don't know. I feel like Phoenix's is the way to go because there's not many ways to punish Zerg at this distance.
Yeah, the Void Rays are for like
besides Phoenix's. Sorry, go ahead.
More tricky builds and stuff anyways, like holding off roaches and skimping on anti-roach or something like that. We'll see in just a second though. It should be Phoenix's. You know, I don't know, I keep thinking of anagrams now. And, oh, look at that, it's an Oracle.
Oh, cool.
But
Oracle's a lot better now.
Can you just say a word that rhymes with Oracle?
Hold on a second, Oracle. No, I can't.
Yeah, no, that came.
I'm like monocle.
I don't think that actually rhymes, though, right?
I'm like orange.
Well, okay. Anyways, the
Nothing
Oracle
that rhymes with orange either, except for door hinge.
Yeah.
I don't know if door hinge is a word or if that's 2 words. So
it's 2 words. For sure.
Hyphenated.
No, it's not hyphenated. No.
So the Oracle's coming down here now.
Did those Zerglings catch sight of that?
You know what? I don't know, actually.
I guess not, because we don't see a single spore going up. So with only 1 queen at a hatchery, you can target down a hell of a lot of drones. Now let's see. He's already taken a couple of hits here. No queen up here. Oh, God, that's going by drones. Well, this has been a very effective Oracle, and will continue to be so.
My God, he's doing so much damage here.
Yeah.
And he's going to get away, too.
New Oracle's pretty neat. Look at that,
so
8 drone kills, and it's still alive. Now, he should actually just run away, let it heal up, because Oracles are very useful, man. Tagging stuff, sometimes revealing it with your detection.
Yeah.
And of course, just regular attack, scouting on the map, they're so useful. So to keep that alive is fantastic.
Spire now starting here for Sulky. The Roadtron just finishing up, as well as Ling's speed here. It looks like Rain is going to be able to turtle up and take this third base uncontested, and he's going Void Rays off of the back of the Oracle.
Yeah, I think when you make an Oracle, you have to make at least one Void Ray to go with it, because your ground army is going to be really, really low. You know, like if you go Phoenixes, you can kind of fly around, pick up units and stuff, but I like the fact that he grabbed a Void Ray, and he's going right into Twilight, as should probably be expected.
He's going to sneak in here and get more drones again.
It looks like it.
Can he see that from there? Did the Zerg see it? Yeah, he can, so he sent the Queen over there.
Now, with this Spire coming, and the fact that Sulky has like 900 gas, I do have to ask a question. Is Sulky going to just go straight into Mutas? He may.
I think it would be smart if he did.
Well, it certainly would be. Does he know that, though? Because playing against someone that's getting Blink right now, like, the Mutas are going to be able to do something. And he's getting all his other tech buildings, so it could
be... For the
just...
amount he's banked up, I'm almost positive he is going to go Mutas.
All right, we'll
he
see
hit it well in that Spire there, too. The bottom of the Spire...
There it is.
The bottom of the Spire kind of looks like the legs of the Overlord. I just noticed that.
Those are tendrils, not legs.
Tendrils of the Overlords, excuse me.
No, thanks. Get it right, Tastes. Ooh, that's pretty well hidden. But
then when he goes away, he sees it.
Yeah.
It just stays
that
there.
Makes sense. Well, 13 Mutas on the way. This is going to be kind of hard for Rain to actually hold. Like, how many Stalkers does he have? He doesn't have that many right now. He doesn't have +2. He doesn't have Blink. He's mostly Sentries. So, and spread out on 3 bases, this is a tough one, man. He has no Phoenixes. And trying to spread around Stalkers to defend this, he can't, like, leave his base or anything. Now Rain is scared.
Yeah, he's going to try to get a Nexus cannon off over here. Nothing really to defend.
Yeah, now what do you do here? Do you just kill the Nexus? Obviously, you're going to kill as many probes as possible. Gets the Nexus cannon off and just goes over to where the probes are.
Yep, takes out these 2 Stalkers. Backs up. He wants to make sure he's in engagements that he knows he can win.
These are already pretty worthwhile Mutas, and he really hasn't lost any. Going to that third base now.
Which, again, is not really defended.
Can be pretty tough if you don't have Phoenixes to deal with this. And, well, that's actually a very nice spellcast right there, to be able to actually spot the Mutas. He can kind of mirror their movements and try to...
Now, what do you think about the Swarm Host play here?
Well,
I don't know if I'm digging it.
I'm actually okay with it, because
really?
When someone goes Muta, you cannot go Colossus easily. Right? Especially if they stay on Muta. Like,
okay, I see where you're going with this.
He is going Colossus because he's saying, okay, you're not going to stay on Muta. But if Sulky stayed on Muta completely, it would turn into a base trade no matter what against Colossus deck. So, you know, it's okay, because those are going to hold him off for a long time. You know, it's going to be hard to get over there and actually have detection and do anything. So, I'm okay with it.
It looks like he's going to go ahead and push out now. With that 4th base secured and the gas is being mined, Sulky's economy is a powerhouse right now. A few Phoenixes coming out here, but the tech transition is already happening here for Sulky.
Yeah, for Rain as well. He has a lot of Blink Stalkers. His upgrades are starting to look really good. He's adding a lot of gateways. He's getting his Colossus out. But if we see Sulky just continue to make quite a few Storm Hosts, it becomes that situation again where you really need a lot of Colossus to break through. But at the moment, he's sitting tight on, what is that, 7 Storm Hosts?
I believe so.
All right. Okay, he's starting to make some more as well. So.
Gateway explosion happening now here for Rain. As his 3rd base is, I mean, he's really getting all the resources now from that, and he can start to power up here. But Sulky already on the move here is sending out little groups of Swarm Hosts to see if he can't, you know, chisel off any bit of Rain's base. I think most of this game is going to be Sulky attempting to deny this 4th base from Rain via the creep that's been pushed out there now that he can occupy that location with. Now, Zerg's maxed out, which means there might not be any units here to help defend that main, which is going to force everything from Sulky to turn around.
Well, you know what that does is it allows for Rain to finish up some of these upgrades and actually secure his 4th while clearing creep. And against Swarm Host, clearing creep is extremely important. It like rivals the importance of clearing creep against Terran.
Well, I mean,
or as Terran against Zerg, rather.
Especially, you know, for Swarm Host with the Locust being able to move so quickly.
That's a huge part of fighting against Swarm Host is getting that creep back. So that warp in, that warp prism was so worth it. That could have killed Zero as long as it made that army move back, allowed him to push his creep back. He's in a much better position now, but he is bringing queens up. He realizes he needs that creep up if he's to actually break through.
Mutas are going to run around now. Oh, nice. Spotting some of these zealots here that are used to harass. Now, there's only 2 Colossi here, so he's going to use the force fields to just keep the swarm hosts out for as long as possible until he get more to try to help defend here. 167 supplying to 200 now, as Rain's 4th base is now up and running.
And that's a pretty solid army that Rain has right now. He's continuing to produce and add to it with 7 sentries and 3 Colossus already. It's becoming better and better for him, but Sulky's continuing to tech as well. He's adding these more Corruptors, grabbing his hive, continuing to upgrade, and most importantly, getting pathogen glands.
Got some Templars warping in over here, as Rain is now finally starting to catch up to his opponent here in supply. The Muta's doing a great job just taking out anything that they can over there up at the 3rd, and the Locust now attacking over here at the 4th, which Rain will defend.
Right now we do have Psystorm finishing up, some more Void Rays actually on the way. Looks like he may be transitioning slightly into Void Ray Colossus, which is completely fine. More Corruptors popping out, a lot of Corruptors, but if you don't have the right number of Corruptors, you make a lot of them, and it's not the right number against the Void Ray type Colossus composition, then suddenly all your Corruptors die and you're in a terrible spot. And with this, he's going to have a lot of Psystorms, Guardian Shields, Sentries, Stalkers, and Void Rays. That huge combination, it's going to be hard to have enough Corruptors to deal with this correctly.
Yeah.
I think the Fungals are going to be a big part of what decides this game.
As the game moves on, the Locusts continue to just push in here and attack the 4th.
Now the Warp Prism actually sees that there's a lot of Corruptors out. Will he scout the Greater Spire, though? Because it's important to know when that's coming. Because obviously when you add in Broodlords, the free unit swarm becomes harder and harder to deal with.
Zealot's now getting stuck over here. This has been happening in several games, but he is starting to do a little bit of damage. Can actually Rain push all the way across this map? You know, the Zealot harass here has been pretty effective, even without Warp Prisms, just walking Zealots around.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if Rain can actually get in there and kill Sulky, though, because Rain is actually taking an interesting route here. Instead of trying to power through and crush Sulky, he just keeps expanding and defending.
I wonder, as this Greater Spire finishes, what are we going to see? Are we actually going to see a giant amount of Broodlords made? Because his anti-air right now, is it enough to actually...
I don't feel like Broodlords are as strong on this map. You can just go around them.
That's true, but it does give him, like, this super ultimate army, right? For this one big
this
attack.
Death Ball.
Yeah. But it's hard to say, because we actually have Tempests being made now, which are going to counter the Broodlords just perfectly. The amount of counters going back and forth is just awesome to see.
Nice attack up here with the Hydras. This should be able to get this Nexus, but Rain's army is coming up here to try to defend. Some of the Hydras over there on the left get taken out. The ones on the right now retreating.
These Zerglings just harassing very lightly here, picking off anything that they can. He doesn't really need things like those little groups of Zerglings right now, so good to send them out.
Yep.
And
we are going to see Broodlords, okay.
More Corruptors as well. How many Infestors does he have right now, do you know?
I want to say like 4 or something.
Okay, okay.
Not a ton, but enough. Especially if they bank up enough energy.
Yeah, so there's, I believe, 6 Voids. And he definitely does have, I think he's getting up to 4 Tempests right now.
Taking out that Warp Prism. Sulky is in control of his side of the map.
Okay, yeah, he does have 5 Infestors, so this is a lot of this is just going to come down to the control. They both have extremely powerful armies that if you misstep once with, you're going to lose.
Now you got to remember how many expendable units there are here for Sulky. I mean, some of you are just free right now. A few nice storms here to take out those Locusts.
Really nice storms all over the place.
Beautiful Fungal, though.
Oh, yeah, really nice one. If he can take out Void Rays here, that's going to be big. But he is starting to lose a lot of his expensive units as well, and he does have to back up.
Both players regrouping now. Rain at 191 to the 180. Well, 196 now here for Sulky as Sulky remaxes out.
Looks like Rain continuing to move around. He's actually taking his 5th base, which...
Rain is so patient in this game.
Yeah, he's playing just phenomenally. His unit composition continues to get better and better. He knows exactly how to move around. He never overcommits. I think that's my favorite part about it. Just the complete lack of an overcommittal is awesome to see, Tasteless, because his army's so good that you look at it, you're like, well, this will beat just about anyone, but Sulky, no, it won't.
Yeah. A little bit of a link harass here, no blinks, as you can see. Looks like Rain is pretty preoccupied with some other stuff going on the map.
I think he doesn't care about those Stalkers either. Stalkers are not the most powerful unit to have in your
That's actually a really good point. Yeah,
this unit set does not care about Stalkers at all.
More Void Rays getting cranked out now. And it looks like Sulky is going to try to attack in here.
Ooh, a nice Side Storm does go down. Has a lot of Side Storms. What is in that Warp Prism? Okay, it's actually Colossus. That's kind of interesting. I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, I don't know
about a strategy to have a
Colossus drop.
Yeah.
Storm's coming down now, beating up the Locust. He may try to push out here. Was that a bungle there? On those, yeah, it was bungle on those Templars.
Lost a few, and another bungle on the Templars. Looked like he's going to lose all of his high Templars. Warps a few more in, but this means no Side Storms for at least a little bit. He realizes that turns him into Archons, and this army is starting to break through, Tasteless.
Yeah, there's, what, 2 more Broodlords remaining. A lot of Void Rays, though, and a lot of Tempests. Make it tough to call the air fight. Yeah, they're going to be driving these back.
Wow.
If he gets further out here, he might actually be able to wipe out where those Swarm Hosts are. The Swarm Hosts may have to retreat. He does have that Warp Prism over there inside the main, but nothing's warping out.
He's got to be careful not to lose all these Corruptors. He needs to have enough anti-air still. Pushing forward with the Locust, he's taken out most of the ground army. In the meantime, a lot of Zealots going into this main base. There are a lot of Spine Crawlers here, but those Zealots are more than enough to take them all out.
He's not done pushing forward. Sulky with a very large supply lead is going to try to barrel forward here. If he can get these key tech structures such as the Greater Spire or the Hive, it would be huge. Sulky is slowly eating away at the remainder of what Rain has here. This base is no more.
And he is going to actually be able to take out all the Void Rays, all the Sky Toss. There's only one Colossus left. It doesn't even matter if he loses his whole main, I would say, because his army, there's no answer for it from Rain right now.
Man, I think Sulky actually did it. I mean, I love what the Zealots are doing down here, but I find it hard to believe that the base of the upper right or even the main here is going to be able to hold.
He's trying to scrounge up some sort of victory, but the units, you need a very specific composition to get through all of this, and he can't get that composition. There's still, there's so many Swarm Hosts left. He has to have Colossus, but there's way too much anti-air and not enough anything to protect the Colossus if he makes them.
Yeah, just cleaning up right now.
Well, Rain's going to continue to try, as he should. Still, I guess, has a little bit of a shot because he does have so many Zealots over there just destroying so much, but the main army of Sulky is too strong, and now he's even making Roaches realizing that
he's going to get over there and take out all of the tech, which is all in the main, by the way.
Yeah.
So that should be it, and that will have to bring us then to game number 5, actually.
Pretty awesome. This final's already fantastic, Tasteless.
Yeah.
Well, he's walking up with those Swarm Hosts. Again, the Swarm Hosts can't be dealt with. He's got lucky 13.
There it is. Lucky 13 Swarm Hosts. Okay, so it's 2-2 now.
2-2.
That brings us to a best of 3 now.
The maps have gone basically like we were saying, right? The first couple went to Rain, the next couple went to Sulky, but this next one is supposed to be one that we looked at and said, all right, this one can go to Rain. I believe it's Belshire next.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Belshire.
And that's going to be a map that Rain is going to have a better shot at. I think that's a good map for PvZ.
I hope this does go to the final game.
I think it's going to.
Historically,
I
really
really
had
do
a lot
think
of
it's
4-1s and 4-2s, so
yeah,
that would be super awesome.
Best of 7s, it's hard to get a really super close game.
Yeah, it really is.
But these two are very well matched right now. Even these big maps, Rain is playing quite well on. Even the small maps, Sulky's playing quite well on. Belshire, if Sulky can win this, it's going to be the 4-2, I think. But I think this is going to go Rain, and I think it's going to go to Move 7, and this is just going to be one of the best finals we ever had.
And what a great way to end the year here. So, Artosis.
Yes.
You're still banking on Sulky winning? I am.
I think so. I think so.
Rain has played much better, by the way, than I thought he was going to.
Yeah, myself as well. I think this is this is the best PvZ we've ever seen out of Rain.
Yeah, he really prepared well.
Yeah.
Going into this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could compare it to his OSL run against DRG. Like, he played phenomenally there as well, but this is a different day, a different age, and Rain he's playing amazingly.
And there's not really any StarCraft 2 for a while after this event, so any of the best strategies that they have, they're going to be dishing them out now.
Yeah.
Before the metagame takes a full shift, as well as all these pro gamers not being on the stage for a while.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be back onto the ladder and into the training houses.
Indeed. A lot of practice for them after this. Not a ton of matches, at least for a few weeks. All right, so Belcher Vestige is next. Belcher Vestige, known to be a good cannon rush map. 2 games in a row now, Rain has tried to cannon rush.
I don't think he should cannon rush because I don't think it's going to be... He's not going to pull it off.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think you should fake cannon rush again.
Yeah, I'm okay with the fake cannon rush, but if he were to actually go Forge first and I don't know. I don't think it would work.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Sulky knows where to put the drone. You put it behind the gas there and patrol it, and it's probably not going to work. But
yeah,
it's worked against him before, so I could see Rain possibly trying it, but I want him to back up into maybe a little bit better of a macro strategy, because this map, you know, as you're taking your 4th base, you're expanding towards Protoss, and it becomes a lot easier for them to go out and kill it.
And even if it goes to 5 bases, there's nothing you can take after that.
No, that's
Zerg always want to be ahead of the
game
base.
ends on 5 bases. That's end game.
So let's say that the Protoss just outlasts the Zerg. We don't see it as much, but it can happen. The Zerg's economy does dry up, which gives Protoss all the opportunities, and they will eventually win.
Well, Rain showed us in that game that is something he could do. Yes, he lost that game, but the type of way he was playing, the unit composition he was making, especially after Sulky got a nice early lead, both by blocking the cannon rush and going into the Mutalisks, that could be a scenario for this map. He could bring it to the Supreme long game and starve Sulky out. He has the skills.
He does. He absolutely has the skills. All right, we're going to go into game number 5 here. It is a best of 7. The winner here between Rain and Sulky, 2-2 by the way, is going to be the champion of the final tournament of the year here in Korea at GOMTV, the HOT6ix CUP. It's anybody's game so far. This has been an incredible series. Very evenly matched here. Rain is playing better than I've ever seen him play before in my life.
No, he's phenomenal today, and so is Sulky. These guys, they are the best.
Best of the best. They deserve to be here. And the map will be Belcher Vestige. That's a one-on-one map, so we do occasionally see strats tailored to a map where you already know your opponent's starting location.
That is right. You think Sulky is going to mix any cheeses into the series?
For some reason, I think no, but you know, I'd love to be surprised. Maybe he will mix it up. All right, it's time, guys. Again, game number 5 here. Sulky against Rain of PBZ here. Right before Christmas here in the last match at GOMTV, the HOT6ix CUP Finals.